G'day, Heath here from pickinglessons.com. Angels we have heard on high. This is a great Christmas carol. We're going to take a look at two variations here on the banjo. The first is a nice basic melodic style version of the melody, and the second is a chord melody structured arrangement of the melody. So a little bit more complicated to play. In a moment we're going to take a look at the first variation, perfect for a beginner, and we're going to break that down. We're going to learn that complete melodic variation. But if you head to pickinglessons.com, you better grab yourself a copy of the tablature. Contains both variations. In the members area there, you'll also have the lesson for variation number 2 and some backing and play along tracks as well. And that second variation is that chord melody variation that is probably a little bit more suited to the intermediate picker. Okay, let's have a look at this first variation. So we're in the key of G, we're in standard tuning, we're in 4/4 time. We are focusing on this 5th fret position, this melodic position up the neck here. We're using our open strings and our notes that we find on the adjacent strings, and we'll talk a little bit about that as we go along. But first of all, it's pretty straightforward. We'll just break down and focus on some of the areas that are a little harder. Fingering for left and right hands in the tab too, so you can keep an eye on that. So we've got this first measure, open strings, all on the beat. Now here, firstly, our 5th fret with our first finger. So that's a C note. Instead of playing C on the B string there, we're playing C on the G string, so we can play our B straight after, and it kind of just helps us stay away from being cutting notes short, single string, that sort of stuff. So the melodic works really nicely. But the rhythm there, that dotted quarter note into the 8th note, so it's 1, 2, and 3, 4. So a dotted quarter is 1.5 beats, then that 8th note is the next half a beat. So 1, 2, and 3, 4. Next measure, 1. So there we have that A played on string 4, the D string, rather than playing the A over on string 3. So we've got that 7th fret, measure 4, yeah, same rhythm, 1, 2, and 3, 4. Next measure, next line actually is exactly the same. So we'll just play straight through that. Ready, and. Okay, moving on to measure 9. Measure 9, we have this. This is a really nice passage. So we've got ourselves set up. First note's a half note, so we hold it for 2 beats. 1, 2, but then we get this nice melodic scale. So we feature this a lot in melodic playing. Essentially it's a G scale. We don't have all those notes, but we're playing in the middle of that scale position. So in measure 9, yeah, we're running down. So the E to the D, C to the B. So we're just running straight down the scale. D, 2 beats. And now when we play this little section here, so thumb to finger, thumb to finger. So the lower note, the lower string is played with the thumb, and then the higher open string in this case is played with the finger. So thumb, middle, thumb, index, back to thumb there for the C for 2 beats, and then we continue the scale. So D, C, B, and A. Same approach with the fingers, open string, finger, thumb, finger, thumb. Continuing on, measure 11. Yeah, just running down this scale that we've been focusing on. Let's string those 3 bars together just before we move on there. So measure 9, ready, and. Yeah, slow it down, practice it up. You can hear how that works really well. It actually is quite straightforward to play once you get it. Measure 12. A little bit of single string. We have those 2 Ds there. So thumb on the A, then the 8th note on the off beat is the index finger, back to the thumb on the downbeat. So 1, 2, and 3, 4. And again, 1, 2, and 3. Index thumb. Measure 13. So you can see again, we're playing in this position up the neck. 3rd finger is there on fret 7. 1st finger's on fret 5. 14. 1, 2, 3, 4 half notes, so 2 beats on each. The next 3 bars are like we've just practiced. So ready, and. single string moment again, and finishing it off, measure 19. Half note, and whole note, 4 beats for the G. That's our first variation. As you can see there, it is pretty straightforward, but as a beginner, this is really nice if you're interested in melodic playing because it presents these positions that we use a lot in the melodic style of playing. Key of G works great. Practice it up. We're not going to play it too fast. As you can hear there in the demonstration, it wasn't a fast tempo. It's moving along, but it's not crazy. Second variation, head over to pickinlessons.com. We're going to break it down there in the members section. And you can also grab yourself a copy of the tab if you just want to work on it yourself as well. So pickinlessons.com, I'll see you there.